Once upon a time, there was a king, my little friends will say at once. No, kids, you are mistaken. Once upon a time, there was a piece of wood. It wasn't expensive wood, but a simple piece of firewood, the kind they put in stoves and chimneys in the winter. I don't know how it went, but the fact is that one day this piece of wood turned up in the workshop of an old carpenter named Maestro Antonio, even though everyone called him Maestro Cherry, because the tip of his nose was always red and shiny like a ripe cherry. As soon as Maestro Cherry saw that piece of wood, he rejoiced, and clapping his hands together with happiness, mumbled in a soft voice, "This wood turned up at the right time. I want to use it to make a table leg." Once he said this, he took the axe to begin to remove the bark. But when he was about to strike the wood for the first time, he froze with his arms suspended in the air because he heard a small, quiet voice that said, pleadingly, "Don't hit me too hard." You can imagine what it did to that good old man, Maestro Cherry. He scanned the room with confused eyes and didn't see anyone. He looked under the counter and no one. He looked in the closet and no one. Who then could it be? I understand. I see that I imagined that voice. Let's get back to work. And taking the axe in his hand again, he let down a very hard hit on the piece of wood. Ow! You hurt me! At that point, there was a knock at the door, and a sprightly old man entered the workshop. His name was Geppetto. "Good day, Maestro Antonio. I came to you to ask you for a favor. I've been thinking of making myself a nice wooden puppet, but a marvelous puppet that knows how to dance and do somersaults. With this puppet, I want to travel the world to earn myself a crust of bread and a glass of wine. I would like some wood to make this puppet. Will you give me some?" Maestro Antonio, wholly content, went to the counter to get the piece of wood that had frightened him so much. Geppetto took with him his grand piece of wood, and having thanked Maestro Antonio, returned home.